We want to help you see how we perceive the universe as non-physical and eternal beings. We are immortal, all-powerful creators. You have come back as a human tons of times. Stop and let that sink in a bit. Imagine how death becomes insignificant when you know that you can just push the reset button. If you let your imagination run wild, you will quickly realize how much knowledge and wisdom you can gather from all those lifetimes. Especially when there is a shared universal consciousness. Now you are talking about years of experience that cannot even be displayed on your calculator. When we have lived that long and have acquired that much wisdom, you weed things out that do not serve you. For instance, negativity and true separation. In the non-physical realm, those things do not serve us in the least bit. That is why you will only find pure love and positivity. Now here on earth, it is a different story. Every time we come back, we forget who we are, which is on purpose. So that with every lifetime, we can live different experiences and gain new perspectives. And in turn, add to our universal consciousness and ultimately to our growth and expansion. It is a perfect formula when you sit down and really think about it. In the non-physical, you remember everything that has happened. And it is where we make all important decisions, like what goals we would like to accomplish and what kind of person we would like to be on our next return. Then, we come back forgetting once again, and we are able to do and experience things all over again, and every time gain a new perspective. Are you starting to get an idea of how this works? In a perfect utopian society, growth would come to a screeching halt rather quickly. Now do you see why here on Earth, it is actually important to introduce negativity? The contrast is paramount to our growth. That is why there are mean people, and wars, and poverty, and pain and suffering. These are all things that are necessary for us as human beings. When you stop and realize that it is all an act here on earth, and that when your human body dies, you transition back into non-physical, you are able to be at ease and at peace with everything that happens in our human lives. Let us take this one step further, continuing on the subject of there being a reason for everything. We want to expand your mind a bit and give you some examples of why certain things occur. Let us take genocide, natural disasters, and diseases for example. Many will say, how could earthquakes be a good thing? Or why would we intentionally allow such a thing to happen? Let's dissect this a bit. There are a set number of human beings in the universe, meaning that there are not going to be any more beings spawned or birthed somehow. We're just going to throw a number out there because we don't know exactly how many there are. Let's just say there are 500 billion beings. Included in that are human beings, beings from other planets, plants, animals, etc. Now, the world population is growing and growing. And if there is a set number of beings, then obviously, if one certain species is increasing, then one or various others are decreasing. So if a certain species is growing, then what is one fix to our overpopulation dilemma? Well, we simply kill some off. I know most of you are probably gasping at this point. But if you remember that we are infinite, eternal beings, and that we are obviously only talking about the death of the human body, then this thought begins to bother you less and less. Whole forests have been eradicated, possibly to fill these needs. And even though most of you do not mourn for the trees and wildlife as you do for all the earthquake deaths, those trees were beings. Definitely someone watching or listening to this video. The dinosaurs were wiped out in one fell swoop. Probably because we thought about it and said, nah, dinosaurs and humans don't mix too well. Do you kind of understand now how our limited, closed minds cannot comprehend the immensity of our master designs? We will never fully grasp our true intentions while on earth, but take solace in knowing that we got this. Like Abraham says, you can't get it wrong, and you will never get it done. Grace and everyone loves you.